Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. And today we're gonna dive right into talking about random diet culture numbers, because there are so many random diet culture numbers that people actually think are like the holy grail when they're not. So starting with the BMI, I made a video about the BMI a couple of weeks ago, and the BMI is the biggest bullshit mass index ever, because it's basically such a random scale. It's not scientifically proven. It was based on like Western white men. It's not like culturally appropriate. It's not appropriate for women or for other genders. So the BMI is definitely one of those super random numbers. Second thing is the 10K steps a day. Honestly, 10K steps a day, I think I read somewhere that was like some advertisement thing. So it's also a super random number. There is no scientific proof why 10,000 steps a day should be healthier for you, better for you. I used to walk a lot of steps a day. I'm not going to mention the number, but it was a lot. And it was definitely not healthy for me. It was not healthy for my bones. It was not healthy for my body. It was not healthy for my joints. It was not healthy at all. I recently got an Apple Watch and it came with a fitness function, which I actually wanted to turn off at the beginning and then I just forgot. So now sometimes I see the steps I took and I'm telling you it's way below 10K steps a day. And I'm more than fine with that. Again, like sometimes I don't check that like every day, but sometimes it comes up and I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. That's not even a quarter. And it's more than fine, guys, because I'm feeling great. And there might be days where I'm walking more because I'm like meeting someone for a walk on the beach or I'm working out or whatever. But there are many, many days where that's not the case. And it's more than fine. My body is perfectly healthy. There is nothing missing. So the 10K steps rule is definitely the biggest diet culture scam ever. Another random number is actually the caloric intake, which also was based on, I think it was 10 or 15, or it was a very, very low number, white Western men again, that were asked. But yeah, it was like a random number and they basically just asked people how much they eat for a day. And it was like just an average what somebody thought. So they were like, oh, it might be like 2,000 calories. It's not scientifically proven. Actually, most people on earth, no matter your height, no matter your gender, need way more than 2,000 calories a day. And it's a very known number that if you lost your period due to undereating, you need at least 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day, if not more, to get your period back. So the majority of people eat way more than that and are perfectly fine. So the 2K calories a day is also like one of those super random numbers. So I'm telling you all of those things because I want to address the fact that eating disorders love numbers. Of course they do. And so we're hearing all those numbers, always setting like some numbers for ourselves, like I can't go above XYZ calories a day, or I have to take at least so and so many steps a day, or my BMI has to be this number. So instead of concentrating on those numbers and instead of like obsessing about numbers, which we already do, we obsess about steps, about calories, about weight, about minutes of the workout. Some people obsess about money as well. Like we obsess about numbers so much if we're in an eating disorder. So the biggest step in recovery is to learn to listen to your body again, because no number can actually manifest what your body needs. And if you're still hungry because you're going to healing hunger, or just because you're hungry because your body needs more than XYZ calories, you should eat more. And if you feel exhausted and have fatigue and you don't want to move, then don't walk 10 steps. Just give your body rest. So the biggest and most important thing in recovery is to start to listen to your body again. And I know how hard it is. I know that especially when you're coming from such an obsessive place and from like calculating everything, counting everything, weighing everything, or whatever it is you did or you do, it can be so hard to go to a place of listening to your body. And in order to go there, we oftentimes have to do the opposite of what we're doing. So instead of counting calories, we have to eat as much as we can. Instead of counting steps, we have to lay down as much as we can. So oftentimes we need to go to the other quote unquote extreme. I don't love to call it extreme because it sounds very judgmental when it's actually the only right thing to do, in order to find balance after sometimes years of recovery. So give yourself time. Try to listen to your body, but don't fool yourself into, oh, my body is not that hungry today, so I'm gonna skip a meal. No, that's not listening to your body. So if you need help with that, reach out to a recovery coach, to a therapist, to whoever you think is be the right choice for you. And yeah, so don't listen to any random diet culture numbers, but start listening to your bodies. I will see you on the next one, guys. And if you have any suggestions for further topics, videos, let me know. And I'll be there soon. Goodbye.